Welcome back to Mr. Hassan's Maths channel. This question is a question from an IGCSE Cambridge paper from the International GCSE from the 0580 syllabus. This is from May-June 2018 and this is paper 4, variant 2 from the extended syllabus. This question here is about ratios, and I was asked to answer this question. These older papers, I answer the questions upon request rather than having the whole question or the whole paper answered. So somebody requested for me to answer this particular question, which is question 1 part D, and this question actually is quite an important one. It says here, the people who work for the company are in the following age group. So the question from the beginning is about some company and different aspects of the company. Now they're telling us about the age groups of the people who work for the company. So there's 3 different groups that they have. They have group A, who are the employees who are under 30 years of age, and group B, the ones that are between 30 and 50 years of age, and group C, the ones that are over 50 years of age. The ratio of the number in group A to B is 7 to 10. So the ratio from A to B is 7 to 10. And the ratio in the group B to the ratio in the group C is 4 to 3. So we got to find the ratio of the number in the group A to the number in group C. So how do we compare A and C with each other? Well, we can use the fact that we've got A compared to B and also B compared to C. So the way to do this question is to express B as the same number in both ratios. Rewrite this ratio so you've got this B and this B as the same number. So you think to yourself, what number does 10 and 4 both go into? What's the smallest number, the lowest common multiple of 10 and 4? Well, it's 20. 10 goes into 20, so does 4. So if I express this as something to 20 and I express this as 20 to something, if I compare A with B as 20 and C with B as 20, then I'll be able to see what A to C is. So I now have to multiply this by 2 to give me 20. Therefore, I multiply this by 2 as well. That gives me 14 to 20. And to make 4 into 20, I multiply by 5. So therefore, I have to multiply this part of the ratio by 5 as well. That's going to give me 15 to 20. So we can say the ratio of A to B to C, if you write it all together, you can write it as 14 to 20 to 15. So the ratio of A to C, therefore, is going to be 14 to 15. 14 to 15. So there's your answer for that question. All right. So when you got something like this, like you have 2 different ratios, but one thing is common in both of them, and you want to compare the other 2, then you make the thing that's common the same number. So I made B into the same number in both ratios, and then I can compare the other 2 parts. So that's part 1. I think that was a question that was asked, but just for completeness sake, I'll also do part 2. It says there are 45 people in group C. Find the total number of people who work for the company. So if there are 45 people in group C, there's a number of ways you can do this. Probably the easiest way is to do what I'm going to show you now. So you have 14 to 20 to 15. 14 to 20 to 15. So it says there are 45 people working in group C. So what we can do is we can see we've got to multiply that by 3. So this is also multiplied by 3. So you get 60. And this is also multiplied by 3. That's 30 plus 12. That's 42. So these are the actual numbers working in each category. So you have 42 plus 60 plus 45. And that's going to give us 102. So it's going to be 147 people. Okay, that's 102 plus 45. 147 people. The total number who work for the whole company, the sum of all those people. That's probably the simplest way of doing that. But there we have the answer to question 1D, part 1 and 2. And that's the question that was asked of me to answer. I will put this question in the playlist for this particular paper. So if other questions are asked to me from this paper, I will gather them together in the playlist that should appear on the top of the page over here. And I will also put it in the playlist for ratios, which will be in this area over here. I'm going to make a playlist just for ratios, which I'll place in this position over here. And you can subscribe to my channel by clicking on this link. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.